If this is your first time in the channel, please like and follow, subscribe to my channel, and then there are other episodes, there are other breakdowns, there are other podcast episodes. Please enjoy them, and then let me know what you think. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Coach Franco Breakdowns, and for today, we got something really special. This was one of the earlier fights of the URCC, and if you have a guess who is going to be the featured fight, we are going to play it now. So if you know him, this is going to be a classic. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our good friends, Christian Wong. This was his URCC debut. He was fighting under hybrid Yaw-Yan, so the iconic yellow hybrid Yaw-Yan shirt, and he was up against this guy. I think we're gonna that's a TRACMA shirt. Okay, that's a TRACMA uniform. So Omar Guiang. Okay, again TRACMA, and then Christian Wong representing hybrid Yaw-Yan. So this was the early days of the URCC. So good fighting stance. These were tall people. So Christian Wong sporting that red hybrid Yaw-Yan MMA shorts, knee pads, and ankle sleeve. Now for TRACMA, since this was the early days of the URCC, so they were trying to improve the rules as they got along. Ayan, nakita nyo parang naka-shoes pa siya. Yes, double leg takedown by Christian Wong. Very good double leg takedown. Ended up in side mount. Good control. I would have done a cross face in this situation, but again, everyone was still learning at this phase. So he got the back immediately. Went for punches to the head. Tama, nakasapatos pa siya. Diba? Just imagine, the URCC's history is almost as close as the UFC's history. So again, this guy was wearing martial arts shoes. So Christian Wong got his back. The reason why he wasn't really able to finish with the rear naked is because masyado siyang mataas. He was too high. So again, if you got someone's back, you have to connect your chest to your opponent's upper back. And he was actually doing pretty well here. He was defending. He was keeping his chin down. And then, ayan, Christian Wong was just really too high, and his long frame didn't help his cause. Now he got the stretch. He was able to extend his opponent, setting up the choke. Omar Guiang defending, outstretched body, and then he gets the tap. Okay, that was a quick fight. And I mean, this is so classic. Grabe to. Tagal na nito. It was pretty good. The early days of jiu-jitsu, the early days of mixed martial arts, and as you can see, Christian moved on to better things. Omar Guiang and the TRACMA organization fought a lot in this card. So now let's replay the fight a bit, okay? Back on some of the more important scenes or the more important sequences of this fight. So as you can see, whenever the bell rings or the fight starts, okay, you have to make sure that you engage, you have to measure your distance, and you have to make sure that you have to know your distance between yourself and your opponent. So initially, this is where the jab and the lead kicks come in. Okay? Once you have your range, you know your opponent's range, and you know your range, it sets up your other attacks, it sets up your double leg takedown. So in this case, ayan, double leg takedown for Christian Wong. Now, as you can see, Omar Guiang didn't really know what to do when the fight went to the ground, so he just turtled and then faced the opposite direction, which exposed his back, and then ayan, Christian was able to get his back. Now we're gonna stop here. If you have someone's back, you better make sure that your chest is on your opponent's upper back, so you're more or less leveled with him. But nevertheless, this was really good control by Christian. He was able to maintain this position for the entire duration of the bout. As you can see, a little bit higher on this position. He wasn't really able to set up the rear naked choke immediately. So if you're in this position, do what he did. Soften up your opponents with some punches, defend immediately. But always remember, you have to secure the position first, and then you have to maintain that position before you could do any amount of attack, or before you could do any kind of attack. And then once we're here, he was softening up with his punches. Omar Guiang tried to stand up, and then he tried, this is a typical defense during that time. They would try to stand up, and then they would try to do a front roll in the hopes na the person on their back will not be there once they finish that front roll. Pero syempre, That's not the case. Now we get to the sequence wherein once you start improving your position, especially if you're as tall as Christian here, you could definitely stretch your opponent out. And then when you stretch your opponent, ito yun, if the body is compressed, it's easy to defend. But if the body is expanded, if your body is expanding, yan, a stretched body is hard to defend. Then he got the tap. So that's another edition of Coach Franco Breakdowns. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. Now let me know what you think. Let me know other fight breakdowns that you want to watch, whether it be Jiu-Jitsu or MMA. I'll try to find other genres as well and see how we can analyze and make it better for you. How can and those analysis to your training so that it makes you better. Thank you so much for the partners of the show ever since Knots and Crosses, Icaro Asia, Santos Dental Group and Oral Healthcare Center. Of course, Local MMA, Destroy MNL. Of course, watch us on Combat Sports Weekly. Happy Coffee PH. This one is from Living Room Jiu-Jitsu, Tap Culture PH. I mean, shout out to these people and people within the community, the martial arts community. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, I'll put it in the comment section. So if this, once again, this is Coach Franco. Bye-bye.